please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Are there any comments from the public on non-agendized items? Seeing none, moving on to item 3, are there any corrections to the agenda or consent calendar? Seeing none. Moving on to item 4, adoption of the consent calendar.
I'll motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. And the motion passes unanimously.
Okay, looks like nothing was moved forward, so we're moving on from 5 to item 6A, the AD-HOC water line replacement project.
Good afternoon. I'm Hendrickson, Associate Engineer. I'm here to ask about change order number 1 for the AD-HOC water line replacement project. That includes 8 items that came up during construction that we had to kind of reconfigure in the field to work around. Most of these changes stem from a last-minute scope change that added work both along Sandy Way and Fremont Avenue, and also a few adjustments with just missing services in that area as well. So 4 of the items are tied to that Fremont-Sandy intersection. 2 of them are for new interties, 1 tying back into our own system, and then 1 tying into an 8-inch private fire main going to Hotel Azure out there. 1 item actually removes the previous interties they thought would be a little bit cleaner, so that it ended up being 2 interties. We were able to remove the bid item and then kind of replace it with 2 bigger interties. And then another large one to add the fire service line for the bowling alley. They have a 6-inch fire service going there. Together, those 4 items total $58,000. Then the other 4 items cover regular 3/4 to 2-inch water services in the area as well. Those weren't shown on the plans because of the additional scope that was added. So those 4 add to about $47,000. Just for your guys' information, I do plan to come back to the board before the end of the year with a balancing change order to complete this project that will keep us under budget. Garth was able to go out in the field and do kind of a different layout than what was in the plans to avoid doing a lot of restrained pipe in this area. These streets are really small. There's a lot of our utilities already in the ground. So when we conceptually designed it, we had about, I believe it was almost 2,000 feet of restrained pipe, and I believe we're going to come out of the project only having to put in about 500 feet. So we are saving a lot of money there, and then we're taking a few bits off. We were doing kind of 2-inch finger lines down Sandy. We replaced that with the 8-inch main, so we'll take all that 2-inch items off, things like that. So we do plan to still be under budget for this project. The total budget for this project was $3,974,140, and it is, we do have an SRF loan for it. Do you guys have any questions?
Nope, saw that project in action, especially the Sandy Way side over there.
Yeah.
They're jamming along as usual. How's the, are the residents okay, like impact-wise and everything? I just know those guys jam through.
Yeah, we're actually completely done with the water main, all the services and everything. We're moving on to paving in that area. We did have a meeting before we started this project that we let all the customers in the area know about. They can come ask questions. We had, I believe, like 15 people show up for that. And then Trevor and I went out early in the summer to kind of speak to, especially Fidelis, McDuff's, the bigger businesses in the area, let them know what's going on. So we've had a good working relationship with all of them so far. And then I did speak, it's my first summer here, so my first construction season, so I was curious also. I spoke with Ryan from customer service, and he actually said we've had less calls than normal for a normal project. I don't know what normal is, but less calls in the past few years. So that was some good feedback from him. Garth's been our inspector, and he's just great with always being out in the neighborhood, very available for anyone to talk to him. Kind of, if I call him, that someone called me, he'll go directly over to their house, deal with it immediately. So.
Good proactive outreach. Thank you for that.
All right, any other questions? We talked about this in the ops committee meeting, and so I feel pretty comfortable, and they feel there's a lot of questions. And It's good to know that we're going to be coming in under budget, sounds like. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we haven't done my final pay estimate or anything like that. We still have 3 fire hydrants to replace and then paving and some finishing work, but it looks like it's going to be that way.
Okay. Are there any comments from the public on this item? Seeing none, what would you like to consider today?
I would like you to approve a change order number 1 to Ventigera Construction Incorporated in an amount of $105,000 and authorize the general manager to execute change order number 1.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and that motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item 7, standing ad-hoc committee and liaison reports.
Yeah. Ops, thank you, Adrian, for the new format, especially for today. It was very helpful, I thought. So, Nick Haven was very impressed with it as well over there. Now it's in the format, so we're good to go to move forward. The data piece from Mark was, I thought, very interesting and was very educational. I thought that what we got out of the test well stuff was pretty impressive. Sounds like Elks Club is back online. Was supposed to come back online just after that, so back online. And maybe backup power is moving along, or starting, mobilizing. And they're almost done with the lead pipe service inventory, so that's good. And then, the interesting thing with Diamond Valley about them finding Ivy finding the very low cost solution for storing some of our equipment down there. So that was very cool. Taking 2 containers and putting a roof between the 2 containers. So much lower cost than what was originally anticipated to do that project. So that's, I think, it for me, unless you got anything to add.
No, just to add, so you originally commented on the new agenda format for the committee and that we put all the impending board items up front in the agenda so we can kind of click through those. Some of those things were already nailed today as either on consent or otherwise presented earlier. Just a heads up on that. We have another one that's coming in on our next board meeting. And that relates to the Washoe PRV project. Yeah, nothing else really to add. Mark did a really great job in talking through the test well projects that are ongoing, where the Cattleman's property across from Sear House School, it's like it's not going to be a viable well for us, although the other one is going to be.
But still a usable property.
Yeah, it's still a usable property for other purposes, but that's great. But they close that all up. It's great. Yeah, nothing really else to add. Is there anything else, Megan, that we should be touching on? No?
I just want to add something real quick. I'm sorry. During that meeting, you two will remember I said that there was a possibility we were going to cancel the next board meeting due to next-gen training taking place in this room. That is not going to be happening, so we will still hold the board meeting in 3 weeks from today.
All right. And that's on the
2nd of November. Yeah.
And on that note, there might be a few agenda items that didn't make it off.
Oh.
And then I'll just pass on to my side.
I did. Okay, great.
Number 6.
Yeah, no, it was really great. Mark presented a lot of really detailed figures and graphics and stuff on some of the results of the drilling and where, potential opportunities are for getting water. So it's great. Cool. All right. Anything else from you, Nick? Do you have any standing or ad hoc committee reports? Okay. Moving on to board member reports.
Report.
I guess I should have mentioned the El Dorado Water Agency met last week. There is some upcoming work that they're going to be coordinating, I think, heavily with us on, and that was an outcome of the strategic planning effort that I was pretty vocal about a little extra east slope Tahoe work for the planning agency or the El Dorado Water Agency. And so they actually designed in a blueprint effort where they're actually going to do some higher level blueprint planning for water availability, just a lot of higher level water planning. and do a focused Tahoe, because the Tahoe Basin is its own watershed, its own basin, very different from the American River water basin that they primarily serve. So that's good news. So we'll at least be able to hopefully be heavily involved in that in terms of shaping that process and making sure that there's things in there that we're either not duplicating work or at least getting something out of that effort that we can use. So just want to put that on your radar and staff's radar. But looking forward to that, and that's all I got.
Okay, moving on to item 9, staff and attorney reports. It looks like Andrea has a new employee introduction. She's online.
Can you all hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, President Ramos and board directors. Heidi Baugh, our beloved purchasing manager, is currently on leave, and she will be retiring from the district in May of 2026. Kelsey Devine started October 6th as the district purchasing manager. She comes to us from Lake Tahoe Community College as their purchasing director. She is a great addition to the team, and we welcome her to ours. And Kelsey, I don't know if you have anything to say.
I think you summed it up pretty good. I'm really excited to be here. This is week 2, so I'm on day 9, and it's a lot of information and a lot of learning, but I'm really excited about it, and I'm pleased to be here and to meet all of you.
Welcome.
Great.
Thank you.
So there's going to be some overlap, it sounds like, moving on into May?
There was just a little bit, and that was mainly last week, and then Heidi has agreed to help out a little bit here and there.
So she's done. Heidi's done.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Although she was here today, I think.
Today, half day.
Yeah. So she's going to help out a little bit as needed. But we were very fortunate, yes, to get Kelsey from the college, and part of me feels bad that we stole another fantastic employee, but part of me feels very lucky.
Thank you.
Great. Well, welcome, and we look forward to working with you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I have one.
Okay. Go for it.
We've been talking about the safety specialist position for probably the better part of 3 years at this point, since it very, very first came up. And when we were developing last year's budget, we told you guys that that was our priority number 1 new position to fill. And we have. And although it's not a new person to the district, it's a great person for the position. And he obviously prepared very much for his interview and did very well in the interview. And the successful candidate was Anthony Grigorich here, and he's been in the electrical department for several years, and we are very happy to have him in this new capacity. Oh.
Just to add on to that, Anthony worked for us at DVR, the underground sewer crew, electrical and instrumentation, has a ton of experience across the district, can operate any of the equipment that we have. And so just from him coming on the field, knowing all of our facilities, all of the equipment we have, he's definitely got a leg up, ready for this safety position. He also went to lineman school, worked for Liberty Utilities, so Anthony's got a bunch of great experience.
Awesome.
Kind of like
Great. Yeah. Welcome, Anthony, and we look forward to your work here. And I think at least for me, I feel like it's a really important position to have, and that we want to make sure that everybody's safe and not getting hurt and moving on in life. So appreciate that.
He does leave a big hole in the department that he left, because electricians are not easy to find, but we're actively looking as we speak now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Moving the chairs on the deck, so to speak.
Yes.
Hopefully we can find somebody good to replace you. Great to have you. All right. Anything else on item 9?
No.
Shelley, do you have anything? No. Okay. All right, moving on to item 10, general manager report.
I just have one thing I want to bring up. So I want to give a huge shout out and recognize Frank up in Nautilow and his amazing water crew, and the entire customer service inspections department, and Jim Kelly and Sarah Newsom from the engineering department for all stepping up to assist with the mandated service line potholing and inspections project to determine if we have any line in our system. So they actually completed that last week, well ahead of schedule. And as we suspected, did not come across any lead lines. So we now can say that statistically our service lines are lead free. So this is great news. So a huge thank you to all who assisted with that project, which of course had to occur during the very short time of year that we had to do all of our other work. So it's pretty amazing that they got it done in such a short time period, because they didn't even start till July, right?
They actually started in August.
August, yeah.
And the crew was short-handed, we had equipment down.
Yep.
The underground water crew really bashed through that project to make that happen.
Awesome.
So if you guys run into Frank, please give me.
That's great news. And this is something we did talk about, I think, at the ops committee. It was like we had like 15 left, but it sounds like you like knocked them all out.
Yeah, knocked them out.
And please extend our appreciation to the crew and Frank and everybody else. We really appreciate it.
And I did also want to once again thank the city for working with us on the permitting process for this project, because it reduced our potential permit fees from $170,000 down to $3,800 by how they classified the project. So I'll definitely send a thank you note out to Joe for helping us out there.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Okay, anything else on general manager report? Okay, moving on to item 11, basically the notice of past and future meetings. They're all listed there on the agenda. It looks like our next regular board meeting is the 6th, not the 2nd?
Correct.
Okay. And now that's it. Okay, with that, we're going to adjourn the meeting.
All right.